title is glad you is a mind time to wake. Death cousin has you sleep, so a prophet said to take you from the cares who I laid. The title is big. Now solid as a rock, that ain't Hudson Bay. Them are Morris docks, everything L. 9 drops from ya, where I'm from yourself. The who's blank, I'm not. She's out the water, the bank sprung up. With unsalvation now, you can't stand up. In the womb there's stars, arms, 2-leg, arm heads, none for them, of us. Humanity, a caucus, Marcus was the harbinger. Ali came forth from ya. The great meeting is on. I see the crescent and the Dragon Ball one up. Dive into the 101. Oh man, you won up. L, realign with yourself, higher up. What up? 2 grips, what you shaking? We forming the trust. Wake, or it's your funeral. We arming with libraries, or it's garbing. The title is glad you is a mind time to wake. Death cousin has you sleep, so a prophet said to take you from the cares who I laid. The title is big. Now solid as a rock, that ain't Hudson Bay. Them are Morris docks, everything L.
Matriarch rules, spirit lessons, watch patriarch fools telling you man is God when the creator is you. The mud you made man from is really the womb. Feminism got you single and trying to be your groom. The prophet held you in his arms, turban with a plume. Told you be yourself, your face wearing a costume. Waving your fake fingernails and flipping your fake hair. Never on time paying late fees for daycare. Blaming dad trying to be right, not the fact you're a dyke. Keep your male sons childlike and life dream like 800 note phones, massaging dicks for those. From lower self to higher self, it's just a stone's throw. If I'm a star, then goddess, you are a universe. I'm your helper, you are the God and the earth. You are the yin, I am the yang, that came from yin. We all came from her, civilization is feminine. She is nature, intuition, wisdom and compassion. Woman's highest calling lead man to his soul's passion. And man's highest calling is to protect her. Not when she talks, dismissing intellect as conjecture.
The title is glad you is a mind time to wake. Death cousin has you sleep, so a prophet said to take you from the cares who I laid. The title is big. Now solid as a rock, that ain't Hudson Bay. Them are Morris docks, everything L.
I'm a Moor, 10 toes down on my square, yeah. To get here, you might need a couple stairs, yeah. Walk through the darkness to get to the light, yeah. I enforce law, all by myself, yeah. With no cameras, no gimmicks, cause this is real life, people, I don't take pictures. You can deal with the facts or love fiction. You identify with black, you know something's missing. Where your flag, where your nation, ain't something missing? Here's mine right in front of me, and it was hitting. We were taken from Africa, that's bull listen. Cause we was right in America before Christians. And I'm Moorish American, I'm so gifted. I don't need marijuana to get you lifted. That's what I do for humanity, don't get me twisted. The Inquisition control, you been calling business. I call it treason, the reason I'm so relentless.
Title is glad you is a mind time to wake. Death cousin has you sleep, so a prophet said to take you from the cares who I laid. The title is big. Now solid as a rock, that ain't Hudson Bay. Them are Morris docks, everything L.
Arm, leg, arm, head. Mama, meditate laying in my bed with my mala. I self-law, a master, Allah. Nearest place to me there is the heart. Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, what we follow. Egg of life transform, turn into the flower. Tree of life, man's form, learn the Kabbalah. See through the sandstorm, move like impalas. Follow Drew Ali's model, yeah, we them street scholars. We don't pop bottles and we don't pop collars. Hand on the throttle every second, minute, hour. Rhythm, vibration, words, sound and power. Perfumes and sensation, flesh has devoured. Took its final station, now the sweet smells sour. Always practice patience in heat, never cower. Here to free with puns, L from the tower, let your hair down.
The title is glad you is a mind time to wake. Death cousin has you sleep, so a prophet said to take you from the cares who I laid. The title is big. Now solid as a rock, that ain't Hudson Bay. everything else.
Peace and love to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to Noble Drew Ali, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to the Prophet, because he did everything before everybody. He did everything before everybody. Everybody's trying to play him right now. Why are they trying to play the Prophet? Why don't they just be themselves like the Prophet told them? Why don't they just be themselves? Now, there's no way that there's a Moor that's a sultan of the Moors. He might be a sultan of Moors who voted for him, but they can't make no empirical claims. These people are Moorish American, just like anybody else out here that was classified Negro, black, colored. Right? Just like all the people who are around Noble Drew Ali, nobody can come after him and talk about, yeah, I'm reincarnated. Unless some Moors voted for them, those are the only people these people could be a sultan for. I never voted for him to be my sultan. I'm part of the Moroccan Empire. I'm a Moorish American. I know the truth about my nationality and my birthrights. So I know that I'm tied to the Moroccan Empire, Moorish Empire, whatever slash you want to use to identify the empire. Right. They said they have a constitution for the Empire of Morocco. Who agreed to this? Who signed on to this? Who signed on to this constitution drafted February 1st, 2024? I ain't never heard of this. Nobody sent anything to me about any Empire of Morocco constitution. Signed by the Seraha on February 29th, 2024. But that's a title. Who's that? Why don't you put the individual's name, appellation, title, or whatever there? Why are you just putting... Signed by the Wazirs on February 29th, 2024. Who voted for this? I didn't vote for these Wazirs. Any of you Moors vote for these Wazirs? How are they assuming jurisdiction, just like the modern European is doing? How are they assuming jurisdiction over Moors because we're saying we're Moorish American and they're saying they're Empire of Morocco? They're saying they're Empire of Morocco. I'm saying I'm Moorish American. That's assuming jurisdiction. Because ain't no way that they're the Empire of Morocco and these people are the ones writing the constitution for the Empire of Morocco. First of all, why would a Moroccan empire need a constitution? It's the nations and the states and the whatever after that need something. What does the empire need a constitution for? Constitution for what? You see Moors building roads out here or something like that? Unless they have their own land that they're doing that on. Hey, what type of illusions of grandeur are you people talking about? Public inauguration of the Sultan June 8th. It was the 9th, and I ain't heard anything about any inauguration of any Sultan. And just like Canada and U.S. and all the other corpses, I vote for anybody in there. So I don't have any expectations of them. I ain't put them people in office. I ain't put my name on ballot for these people. For what? Just like the modern Europeans doing. Here go Moors, putting you right back into slavery. Just like the noble prophet told you 20 years ago. 20s. 1920s, he told you. Moroccan Empire. Jurisdiction extending across the Atlantis onto the present North, South, Central America and adjoining islands. 1920s. He ratified the empire. Now he did Johnny come lately people talking about their somebody sultan. And just me as a Moor, I already have issues with these people. How you my sultan? I don't rep for you people. These are the same. Oh yeah, good. Case in point. Case in point. These Constitution, Sultan, whoever's, are the same people when we went near Colorado and we were at the vegan spot and then we saw one of these guys' brother at the vegan spot. He's looking at us like, hey, you guys are Moors? We're like, yeah, you're a Moor too. It's like, oh, well, my brother's a Moor. Like, who's your brother? One of these empire consul whoever's. So how these people can't even make their own family a Moor. How are they gonna rule over you as a Moor? They can't even bring their own family into nationality and birthrights. Their family don't even know that they're Moors, but he's the Sultan of something. And again, you never voted. They never sent something to you until you check off somebody. They're just your Sultan, just like that. And then you're just going to go run over there and just go join their thing because they say that they're the Sultan. Damn right it's foolishness. But yo, the last 2 days, all I'm getting, the last 2 days, all I'm getting is Empire of Morocco. Oh my gosh, it's happening for the Moors and all this. What's happening for the Moors? How come you don't come to your meetings? You tell me about some dumb people. And then you have Grand Sheik and then you're not taking advantage of Grand Sheik you got. You're sending me some BS. You send me some BS. We're Moors. We study Noble Drew Ali and all that. And then they're sending BS. So, oh, we have a constitution now for the Moors. The hell you mean we have a constitution for the Moors? You write a constitution or something like that? Where's your input in this constitution? Which line is yours? Which article is yours that you put in there? Let me know. People are fraud. Jealous of Jwali's fame and nobility and taking advantage of your ignorance. That's why we tell people go to RV Bay Publications and go study for 2 years. And shut the hell up, get offline or whatever. Go study for 2 years on that site there. And don't be going and straying over there and going to just start at the top, click the thing, read that whole page. And then click the thing, then read that whole page, and then little blue stuff you see or red stuff you see, push those, and then that's gonna open up something. And then you stay there for 2 years, you'll be good at the end of 2 years. One, you wouldn't have been bombarded with all the other BS that's floating around because you've been focused in one thing, right? And you already know what they say about repetition. And you would figure this stuff out. But no. You want empires of Morocco. Right? Declaration of Independence by the Sultan. Oh, so that's the Sultans then. That's not because if this is supposed to be for the people and the Sultan who's presenting it. But they want to give you everything else. And the other one that they've been pushing for the past couple days is this UNA BS with some diva lady who we already dealt with. Diva lady, she already got put on the gallows. You're not supposed to be going over there. And then that goes to, just like we say with the RV Bay Publications website, and stay there for 2 years. Go to Canaanland Moore's YouTube, stay there for 2 years. Nobody going straight over there and go and little stuff on the side and say, oh, recommended, watch this. No, just stick to just one. Just start at the first one and watch everything on there. 4,000 plus. Just stay there. You don't even know what's going to pop up. Just stay there for 2 years. You'll be straight. But nah, you're not going to do that. You're on the microwave. You're on the microwave nationality. People who aren't even a nation claiming they're a nation, right? United Nations from America. That's what UNA stands for. When they say UNA Republic, and you see them around there and they have their little lady, diva, whoever, and she's talking crazy, and people are just going with it because they're dumb and they don't study. And we told them where to go, and then they don't go there. They're over here watching some dingbat talk crazy and thinking that they're going somewhere. And these people can't show you one thing that they did. We can show you transcripts. We went to court. They got Moorish names all in the transcript. They already know who the Moors are. We're going to do SF 181 and all this BS to be who we are. We're not filing 500 papers. You're filing 500 papers. You're indigenous to the land. The hell you? Who you been learning from? These dumb people? Welcome to United Nations of America, also known as UNA, which is a nation of nations of the original peoples of the land known as Americas. UNA is a state, in fact, with a flag, seal, constitution, and is made up of those original people of the lands and includes the territory between the northern lands of the territory known as Canada to the most southern lands of territory known as Chile. But hold on a second. So if you're all the way up here or whatever like that, and then you're supposed to be the nations of the nation, how come you haven't been called the Moorish nation since you're repping some You're in all these jurisdictions. Well, how come we haven't gotten our call from you people? UNA, whoever. Because you should be reaching out to other indigenous people if you're talking about being in this jurisdiction, because your founding thing says 2020. We've been out here since 2008. So where you been between 2008 and 2020 when you're claiming that you're the nation of the... Get the hell out of here with your BS. The hell out of here. That's why we put these people on blast. And then we put them on blast, then they get mad. Don't get mad, shut the hell up and stop telling people BS.
Of Morocco at the time, Boabdil. All right, 1492, he was defeated.
She just lied. Boabdil's not the Sultan of Morocco. That's a lie. But they know niggers don't read. So they can play these games with you. They know you don't know thyself.
If you knew thyself, you've been watching Canaanland Wars, and then you would have been seen us beat this harlot to a pulp. And you wouldn't be sending this BS and posting this BS. Because these people are a fraud. All of them are a fraud, especially since they don't mention Noble Drew Ali. That's a key point to people who claim that they're Moors and they're for their people. If they ain't talking about Noble Drew Ali, they're probably a sellout. Sold you the hell out. Talking about, oh, the paper is the court because the four corners, and then put that's modern European free man on the land talk. The Moors don't talk like that. But they know you don't study. They know you're not gonna go study from those modern Europeans or whatever. So they're gonna go study from the modern Europeans, bring it back, put a little Moorish twist on it, and then now have you chasing some SF 181 form like a dummy. As if some U.S. department, whatever, could validate who you are. Just like Noble Drew Ali validated, Noble Drew Ali ratified the Moorish Empire in the 20s. What do these people need to bring a constitution for? Because they're fat and lazy, and they don't want to get with the programs that have already been running. They want to try to do some new thing. Forget doing new stuff. How about do what's already been done? Always, Drew Ali said humanitarian. They want to be some commerce or whatever. What do you mean the commerce stuff? All these individuals, all of them, all they did was take from Noble Drew Ali, parade around as if they're doing something, when all their works are for naught. Because their duty, their position is to cause confusion. One's even with titles in Moorish Science Temple. And their purpose, they're serving their purpose of causing confusion. There's no escape. If you're not going to be on the side with Noble Drew Ali, you're not going to make it through. This is not opinion. We've seen Moors not make it through. We've seen Moors. You can't avoid Noble Drew Ali. The longer you avoid it, the bigger and harder of a slap you're gonna get when it eventually comes back around to you. And I guarantee you, you're not gonna be prepared, just like all the other people who were not prepared because they thought they can go against Drew Ali and say Holy Covenant of the Asiatic nation and slap their girl and stuff like that. This stuff will bury you if you're not in tune with the right side of this. Because there's a wrong way to do this. There is a wrong way. And unfortunately, that's the way the majority of people choose to exercise with this. They don't look at humanitarian. They look at what they could get. What they could get out of. How much money could they make if they absolutely lost? Don't be them. Stick to the program. Noble Drew Ali is the foundation. Can't get around it. If you never heard about him, then even more reason for you to highly consider what he presented. Highly consider it. Highly that you're gonna have to face the fact that majority of people in their life sold you out. And you're getting one last opportunity to redeem yourself. This is why you're here. This is why you're around the Moorish information and all that. Moors already know what I'm talking about. They're not even concerned. Moors already know what's up. There's those few faithful Moors. Those are the ones that kept this going. Because it's still here. 2024, we're still talking about Noble Drew Ali. We're still talking about Noble Drew Ali. Yeah, they thought they stopped this. They thought wrong. Right? Exactly. Because they think, oh, no body, so no profit. No, that's not. I wouldn't look at it. I wouldn't look at it like that. I wouldn't look at it like that. Because the word was God, and Drew Ali left some words for people. They play like he didn't say stuff all they want to. But the fact remains that what he did, only person to do it was the Vatican. And look where they're at right now. You see where they're at? They're 1913, right? Noble Drew Ali is 1913, right? All right. Yeah, right. You really think he didn't know what he was doing? Look where the Vatican is right now. You know what that is, right? No, Rome and all that stuff. You know what that is? Order of Alhambra and all them. You know what that is, right? All of them know. All of them know. I think it was Hannibal. I think it was Hannibal that was talking about it. With the Moor who went to the Masonic temple. The Moor went to the Masonic temple to go be a Mason or whatever. And then these people were doing a ritual crowded around something. And then when he looked, there was a picture of Noble Drew Ali that they were crowded around doing some ritual in the Masonic temple. So I would think everybody knows. No, specifically them, timeline is really interesting with the way they're founded. And the steps taken to put this entity on the record. And then fast forward to 2024 and then put the two side by side again and see where they are. Noble Drew Ali was onto something. More than the members back then were ready for. So he put the call out, new Moors with their eyes wide open. But you're having your wide eyes open doesn't mean you're calling out yourself as the Sultan of the Moors. That's not what that means. That doesn't mean go nuts now. Now you're the Moor Sultan for all the Moors because you found out about your birthrights. No. Well, you read 800 books. That means you're the Sultan of the Moors. No, that doesn't mean that. Stop lying. You're Sultan of your own little thing over there. Go be Sultan of your little thing over there. And don't even be out here promoting some Moorish whatever, because that's not. Your motto is not uplifting fallen humanity. You're making up your own flag. And then you're making up your own flag. But pretending like you're repping with Noble Drew Ali. Like all that there is. Don't get past the flesh. Get past the flesh. You're not going to find some Hebrew Israelites from the 20s. You're not going to find some Egyptologists from the 20s. You're not going to find, you might find some Rastafarians from the 20s. You might find some holistic health, whoever's from the 20s. You're definitely not finding no black power and all that stuff in the 20s. You're definitely going to have the Negro or whatever. The majority of the people that are around today, they're modern. As far as the consciousness raising of our people, duty or job. The ones that are going out today, they just came yesterday. They didn't put in any damn work yet. They didn't put in any work yet. They didn't put in work. They're just playing games. Give the prophet his honors. Give the prophet his honors. So that was just for the Moors that were sending this madness. Just stick with the prophet. You don't need all this other stuff that's going on right now. It's just confusion time. You know? Remember, it's your queer nature. You're getting the good and the bad. You're going to be flooded. So, like, you have to learn to discern. You have to in this time. It's vital.
This is a court. See, it's got four corners. This is a court of law. When I write my rules on this court of law, when I put it into the court, my court precedes whatever the rules are of that court I'm about to walk into. This is why you want to include the maxims of law with your court, all right? Now, what happens when you establish your court, what you're saying in here is you're telling what the rules are. So what now happens is when they're trying to come at you with a code, statute, or ordinance, you can make it clear. Well, my God says that I'm under these laws, and codes, statutes, and ordinances do not apply in this court. This is a court. See, it's got four corners. This is a court of law. When
you have the lawsuit, this is the court, folks. As a judge, I swear to support the Constitution of the United States. United States means two or more people coming together in a closed area. Doesn't this have thing four corners? This is a closed area. It's called paper. It carries the cargo words. The words have terms and definitions. This book not only has a sentence, but every word in this book is defined and has a syntaxed, quantumized definition. Every word is accounted for in this book. This is the court, folks. As a judge, I swear to support the Constitution of the United States. United States means two or more people coming together in a closed area. Doesn't this have thing four corners? This is a closed area. It's called. This is the court, folks.
I write my rules on this court of law. When I put it into the court, my court precedes whatever the rules are of that court I'm about to walk into. This is why you want to include the maxims of law with your court, all right? Now, what happens when you establish your court, what you're saying in here is you're telling what the rules are. So what now happens is when they're trying to come at you with a code, statute, or ordinance, you can make it clear. Well, my God says that I'm under these laws, and codes, statutes, and ordinances do not apply in this court.
This is the court, folks. As a judge, I swear to support the Constitution of the United States. United States means two or more people coming together in a closed area. Doesn't this have thing four corners? This is a closed area. It's called paper. It carries the cargo words. The words have terms and definitions. This book not only has a sentence, but every word in this book is defined and has a syntaxed, quantumized definition. Every word is accounted for in this book, including a lot more words. It took Russell and I 6 years, 12,000 hours. We had a team of guys breaking up A, B, C, D, E. And of all the 2 million words in the English language, we got 720 words that are syntaxed. That's it. Pretty simple. Average person has a 12,000 word vocabulary. You only need 720 to learn syntax. And in 99% of the cases, you use less than 50 different words in an entire lawsuit to win your case. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. It's so simple. Once you get it, it's mathematical. But this is the court. This is the contract between you and the judge. This is the court. This is the contract between you and the judge. But this is the court. This is the contract between you and the judge.
This is a court. See, it's got four corners. This is a court of law. When I write my rules on this court of law, when I put it into the court, my court precedes whatever the rules are of that court I'm about to walk into. This is why you want to include the maxims of law with your court, all right? Now, what happens when you...
What happens was, what happens, you see, what had happened was she showed the paper. If she was just talking, it wouldn't have even registered in my mind. But because she plagiarized the whole thing, immediately it hit me that, oh yeah, these people stealing from modern Europeans and coming to teach Moors about what Moors are supposed to do. These people bloop. And because we're Moors and we study and all that stuff, right? And we have a prophet and all that, right? He already told us, right? In this electrifying age, men are racing into this life without complete knowledge of where they are going, right? Because they listen to these jackasses. They don't want to go study. We told them for years, rvbaypublications.com. We told them for years, rvbaypublications.com. If you're going to go anywhere, go there. All right. Didn't listen to that. You're like, okay, fine. Since that's too heavy, we'll break the lessons down and start putting out books. And then Khalifa Media was one of the first ones with the Moors in America. But other than Washita, nobody was talking about Moors in America. And then some people pop up. They're calling themselves Moors in America. And then now you're looking at them as if they're the founders of that. It's like as if they're the ones who coined that phrase. Right? Told you go there, go get everything off there. Go to rvbaypublications.com. That's free. If you think, well, knowledge is supposed to be worth something, I should be paying. Don't go spend five grand or anything like that. Just go to khalifamedia.com and then go get everything off there. Get all the books off there. And then when they get to you, and you get them out the box and all that stuff, or you get them out the envelope or whatever, you're going to go in the corner, you're going to go get your cat, bring your cat in the house, and you're going to go on an inner pilgrimage. You're going to go on a self rites of passage, where everything that you order, you're reading it. Everything that you order, you're reading it. Because in this electrified age, don't be men racing into this life without complete knowledge of where they're going, or what the end will be. Don't be them people. In this electrified age, that's 1920s. Is that that was electrical age? 1920s? What are you talking about electrical age in 1920s? No, because he really came for the young and unborn. He really came for the later generations. And right now, we're in that electrified age. And you don't have a choice right now. Because even AI is telling you the perception that Moorish history is hidden or suppressed is a common belief among some groups, particularly with certain segments of the African American community. This belief stems from various factors, including historical inaccuracies, misunderstandings, and sometimes deliberate efforts to distort or omit certain aspects of history. One reason for this perception is the complex and multifaceted nature of history itself. History is often influenced by various political, social, and cultural factors, and different groups may interpret and prioritize events differently. In the case of Moorish history, it has been intertwined with European colonialism, slavery, and the African diaspora, which have all contributed to its complexity and the challenges in accurately documenting and teaching it. This is AI. Just a little question in the AI. AI is coming back with things to prove the point, to stress the fact that we, like Morris say, if we can convince these people that you be a Moor and you get a check for $1 million, there'll be a Moor tomorrow. There'll be a Moor tomorrow. They wouldn't ask questions about anything. They want, well, why are you wearing that red hat? And well, how come? And why do you always deal with law? And how come it says Allah? Or they'll be talking about Allah if the Moors are giving them $1 million to say, proclaim your nationality, you get $1 million. Right? But the contract for the $1 million is like Black's Law Dictionary. And it's signed here. People be Moors tomorrow. You just tell them, hey, you know if you're a Moor, you get $1 million? What do you mean? What are you talking about? You never heard about the Moors? Yeah. Well, if you say that you're a Moor, they're giving out millions right now. You tell me you would need 16 secretaries? Tell me we would need 16 secretaries. Moorish history has been intertwined with European colonialism, slavery, and the African diaspora. How'd that happen? Because 1920s, Noble Drew Ali telling you people were not Negro, black, colored. And that the Moor Science Temple of America must not be confused with any back to Africa BS. So how is Moorish history getting intertwined with European colonialism, where Noble Drew Ali told these Moors in their own Quran that Christianity is for modern Europeans, that's not your stuff. Give them back their stuff. So if you're saying give them back their stuff, how are they intertwining it with European colonialism? How come Moorish history is intertwined with slavery when Moors always been masters? What do you talk about slavery? Slavery of what? Who was a slave? What are you bringing up slavery and Moors about and Moorish history about? What's slavery? Moors were such masters that they got put into slavery, and because of their masterfulness, got out of slavery. Wrote their own writ to get out of slavery. And then niggers talking about their Indians. These Moors in slavery, writing back home sending a letter like, hey, release him, and he's getting released. That's treaties. And of course, if the Moors are the masters, then everything's gonna have to go through the Moors then, right? This is absolutely obvious. If the Moors are ruling then who else has any say? Furthermore, there have been instances where certain historical narratives have been marginalized or suppressed, either intentionally or unintentionally. This could be due to factors such as racism, colonialism, or ideological biases. In the case of the United States, the history of African Americans, including their connection to Moorish history, has often been overlooked or misrepresented in the mainstream narrative. So I said, AI, why did Chancellor Williams say blacks must contend for recognition as Moors? This is AI. Chancellor Williams, an African-American historian best known for his work, The Destruction of Black Civilization, Great Issues of Race from 4500 BC to 2000 AD, advocated for a re-examination of African history and heritage. In his book, Williams argues that African people, particularly those of African descent in the Americas, should reclaim and assert their historical connections to the ancient African civilizations, including those North Africa, such as the Moors. Williams likely emphasized the recognition of blacks as Moors as a way to challenge prevailing narratives that marginalized or downplayed the contributions of Africans in world history, particularly during periods of great African empires and civilizations. By highlighting the achievements of the Moors, who were North African, Berber, and Arab descent, Williams sought to demonstrate the historical agency and cultural richness of African peoples. So AI went and checked Chancellor Williams' book and came back with this. And you still are in denial of the fact of who we are as a people? So if Moore's been telling you, and then modern Europeans been telling you, and then all these people from all these other countries that they never called themselves any type of BS, they always call themselves by free national names. Okay, so now artificial intelligence is giving you intelligence. How you think the stuff got? Just remember Skynet. Just remember Skynet. In this electrifying age, racing around like a chicken with your head cut off. When riches seem to be their only pursuit. Oh, this is Noble Drew Ali. Back to Noble Drew Ali now. Right? Since AI already knows what's up. You're concerned with them. Even they know what's up. So back to Drew Ali. In this electrified age, men are racing into this life without complete knowledge of where they are going or what the end will be. When riches seem to be their only pursuit to be obtained anyway and at any cost. When selfishness, avarice, greed, and lust dominate their very being. When humanity in general is left at the mercy of those who have no mercy in them. It is truly wonderful and astounding to see one come into this mad human drama for the sole purpose of saving humanity. losing all sight on those things worldly, and yielding absolutely to a cause higher than has ever been attained. This picture is the likeness of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who is serving humanity. So he's here serving humanity. Humanity's unconscious, and his duty is serve humanity. Because he's yielding absolutely to a cause higher than has ever been attained, because everybody always wants finance. And he's the only one that came to redeem a whole nation of people who fell unconscious. And he figured out once you wake up humanity, which is woman, then you wake up the nation, because all the nation is her. And then we were there. Right? Humanity was served. She was now conscious. And from 1930s to now, we would have been locked down. And of course, they couldn't have that. So this is why Noble Drew Ali put certain things in place, certain information, put it in the newspaper, because that's public record. So these people can't stop this. Because 2024, and we're talking about Noble Drew Ali and the Moors. And the AI just told you, go get Chancellor Williams' book. And you say you're black this and black that when you must contend for recognition as Moors. That's it. Nah, they're not going to go with Chancellor Williams. That's their boy, though. Right? That's their boy. Coming as he does with a message for the nations in somewhat the same manner as did Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, and other prophets of their day. Only the things of this prophet's day differ from the ills of the days of the past, and yet the remedy of the ills of today is about the same as the remedies of the days past, all turning about the pivot love for humanity. So all the prophets knew that love is where it's at. This is why love is the first principle. It's supposed to force you, because Noble Drew Ali told you live by the 5 principles, right? All right. Well, the first principle is love. So what's the problem? Why are you so full of hatred? Why? Why is hatred oozing from you? Because you've been in the dead status. When you learn to love instead of hate, that starts with self. Because you hate yourself. If you're going to call yourself all these fictions and all this, you must hate yourself. If you're going to hex yourself. If you're going to say, hey, wow, this book, witchcraft, and you get a cloth and make a doll. And you get the pin, and you poke it, and then it's ow, and then you poke it, ow, and then you poke it, ah. You have mental problems. Drew Ali knew this and brought the same remedies from back in the day. Honor your foremothers and forefathers so your days could be long on the earth plane, and learn to love instead of hate. Humanity must be lifted from the unwholesome depths of poverty, misery, and suffering and placed on the solid rock of salvation. There are some who claim to do this, but upon investigation, one finds that they have slouched under the wings of their cross to extract from those whom come to them means by which they have the pleasures of this life, while they point their followers to the joy after death. While they feed their sheep, they also shear them while eating. While they feed their sheep, they also share them while eating. Right? That's a distraction. So if your leader, whoever's, are telling you, yeah, file this, file that. Oh, the paper, that's the courtroom, and they're just doing the song and dance. They're just doing the song and dance. You're doing the minstrel show. Have you not paying attention? Then you end up played. And then, at the close of their day, the master will be heard to tell them, you have your reward, get thee hence. Right? So after they pay for whatever it is that they pay for, that they thought they can buy this thing called nationality and being a Moor, they're going to go buy this. When they go and they buy it, they have to sign NDAs to not talk about this or get sued or something like that. And then they're signing it. And everybody who gets played by somebody and doesn't say anything is because of an NDA. Because why wouldn't you call it out? Why wouldn't you call out these people got you for 10 grand? Oh, well, I don't want to bring attention to... Don't bring attention to what? They just got 10 grand from you. Are you... The hell's wrong with you? Rare is it that you find a real prophet whose mission is the salvation of the nations. The land is full of false prophets whose mission is to fleece the people. The time was and now is that there should come into the land a prophet in the likeness of his brothers to redeem them from sin and slavery. Truly, this prophet, Noble Drew Ali, is the man, bringing with him the message of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, which alone can save the nations. Like the coming of Jesus, he does not come from the elect, or the rich, or the mighty in worldly power, but all power is given unto him to do good. This power is from Allah. It will be his works that will make men of every nation accept the truth that he brings. It will be through his teachings that the nations of the earth will understand the will of the Master. It will be through him that peace on earth and goodwill to all men shall come. It will be through his work that humanity will be brought from the slime of life and placed on the solid rock of salvation. It will be through his teachings that the nations of the earth will understand the will of the Master. Right, rare is it that you find a real prophet whose mission is the salvation of the nations. Rare. So when he pops up, if this thing is rare, you're going to protect it. Right? Isn't that what he said? Protect it? Yeah, because it's rare. What do you think you're protecting it for? This stuff is an archive. What do you think we have a Moorish museum for? This is an archive. Lost history. The history of the Moorish Americans. But guess what? Now we're living the history. We are the history now. 100 years from now, they'll be looking at all our pictures. All the Moors that did what they had to do. That's what all the work is going to be for. For the ones later. Just like Drew Ali said, he brought the stuff for us. It wasn't for them people around him. So you could be on the solid rock of salvation. Trusting what your noble prophet brought for you. Because he wasn't playing games. And Noble Drew Ali really is the man. Rare. Rare. Supreme honors to the prophet. We already know Noble Drew Ali is the man. Honors to the prophet. Noble Drew Ali. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Honors to you. Don't forget, we're getting close. Getting close, we're almost there. We're almost near Maryland. We're almost there. Round 2. Honors to all the LTPFJ Moors. Honors to you. I'm a Moor, some call me Saracen, some Muslim. Europe had some dark age issues, I solved them. Using more science, I'm stating the obvious. Rapper drone stepped up from Kush to Molly blunts. Unawakened, unconscious. Unaware Moors won't accept the fact, plus you looked up black or more. Moors the custodian of Kemetic Nubians, carrying the marvelous light, the path Negroes to Nubians, saying I'm a Moor, not colored or black. I'm a Moor, Seti or Enki, they can't change that, cause I know their hands don't extend past Allah's wisdom. I'm a Moor, no doubt a contradiction. Return to my own vine and fig tree. Nationality, a mind frame if you're with me. Reclaim your ancestral mind and shout.
It's mine, and if you don't like it, get out of here, man.
I'm a Moor. Red fez, black tas, elders of my class, not black or Indians. I repeat, I'm a Moor. Indigenous to the farthest west. Say we were great, still they say we the best. Hear what I say, I'm a Moor. Yes, it's true, if not for Drew Ali, most of y'all would've still been asleep. Now you could tell them I'm more than you could ever wish you thought you would be. 3 centuries deep in more science I read. Study, I'm a Moor.
Rope on a peg, stuck in the shore. Oceanographic device anchored to sea floors. I'm a Moor. Goldfish of China and Japan. Veil tail variety, brushing the cold water plants. I'm a Moor. Stretches of lands, jungles are where sand blows. Reptilian species and amphibians homes. I'm a Moor. Defending Drew Ali, that's my mission. To put securely in place or desired position. I'm a Moor. Ancestral mindset, not thinking like the hybrids. Can't hide from a 10, so they mess with the climate. Mess with the minds, mess with the foods, get violent. About more subjugation, your black leaders are quiet. Signed on to King Alfred, but they want you to riot. Pushing dogma as religion and want you to buy it. Most never do it, but they want you to try it. Too many have knowledge of self on the shelves and won't apply it.
I'm a Moor. Red fez, black tas, elders of my class, not black or Indians. I repeat, I'm a Moor. Indigenous to the farthest west. Say we were great, still they say we the best. Hear what I say, I'm a Moor. Yes, it's true, if not for Drew Ali, most of y'all would've still been asleep. Now you could tell them I'm more than you could ever wish you thought you would be. 3 centuries deep in more science I read. Study, I'm a Moor.